Hey guys, I'm back here. I'm back here with another video, and today we have a track by track video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I think the last one I did was about a month ago, I believe, and it was Kiss versus Vinnie Vincent. And um, today we have um, two other bands this time. What we have here today is the 1989 album. And it's the fourth album from W.A.S.P, and that is the Headless Children, versus the 1996 album and Metallica's sixth album, Load. Now, you might be thinking, these two albums don't have the same track listing. This one only has 10 songs, while this one has 14 songs. Well, the Headless Children version, I have the 98 remaster, which comes with the bonus tracks, which includes the B-sides. So I decided to take the 4 bonus tracks, the 4 studio B-sides. I'm not counting the last 2 B-sides because it's just live versions of Love Machine and Blind Texas. I'm talking about the 4 studio ones that they did. Locomotive Breath, War Cry, Lake of Fools, and crap, what was the last one? Shit, I forget. War Cry, Lake of Fools, Locomotive Breath. What was the last one? The last one on here. For Whom the Bell Tolls. Okay. Yeah. And if I take those 4 B-sides and add it to the full album, that makes it 14 songs, just like this one. So, before I get into this, though, I want to show you what's inside of each CD. If you guys don't have these CDs, I always do this. And I'm also going to talk about my opinions on the albums. So, I'll talk about W.A.S.P's Headless Children. Headless Children is a phenomenal album from W.A.S.P. I love this album. Not my favorite, though. The first one is gotta be my favorite. And yeah, you could tell this is from the 98 remasters because you have W.A.S.P Nation merchandise, KFD era from 98. But back on the album, I think this is my second favorite, or actually, I would say it's my third favorite album from W.A.S.P. Just behind, just behind the first album, Last Command, and then this one. And then fourth would be either Electric Circus or Crimson Isle. And number 5 would be either Electric Circus or Crimson Isle. I go back and forth between those two. What's my 4th or 5th favorite. But yeah, Headless Children's an awesome album. This is their first album that they did with Frankie Banali on drums. Even though he doesn't appear on the back album cover, it's him on the drums, and you would join the band for the tour and stuff. I think the only reason why they don't have him on the back of the album cover is because at the time he wasn't an official member yet, so they just had him as like a studio player. They thought they were going to get another drummer for the tour, but he decided to join for the tour, so that's why he's on the back cover. But still, Frankie puts his heart and soul into this album, and it's some of the best drumming that he's ever done on an album. Competes. I think this is probably the best drumming he's ever done, even with Quiet Riot. And Frankie's done some great stuff on the Quiet Riot albums. I still think, though, his best is on this album here. But I won't get into the songs yet until the track by track. Now, Load. Yeah, I know everybody hates this album, and I can understand. I don't hate the album. Actually, it's kind of grown on me, to be honest. I've had this album for a few months now, and after first hearing it, I was like, it's alright. I don't hate it like everybody else does, but yeah, it's mostly filler and stuff. It's not that good. But over the past week or so, I've been listening to this album quite a bit. And I've actually grown to like some of these songs, and even some songs like actually, you know what, I'm gonna save that. The songs I didn't like, I'm not gonna say any specific songs yet, but there are some songs in here that I didn't really care for before, that I like now. But still, though, nowhere as good as the 80s stuff or the Black Album, that's for sure. But still, I think it's not a bad album. It's decent now. It went from being like somewhat okay to actually being decent, on like the verge of good. All right, maybe goes a little bit stretching. It's like on the verge of good. But yeah, I can see why people hate the song, because they stopped playing metal. They went from metal to alternative and country. Let me see what else. They also cut their hair, obviously, and started wearing lipstick, as you all know. And I love the memes out there that people make of Lars and Kirk at that time, because of the lipstick and not the lipstick, the eyeliner and the nails, and making them look gay. It's a pretty fun memes. I watch a lot of Metallica memes. Out of all the bands, I look at memes at Metallica has the best memes. I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm almost done with. Damn, this is a long CD booklet, probably because there's so many songs on here. Look at the coats that Lars and Kirk are wearing here. What the hell is that? Jason's hair looking a little bit wacky. Ronnie, and then the last one, Ella Torn. Okay, so now we can finally get into the songs. Alright, first track, here we go. Okay, track 1. Heretic, the Heretic, the Lost Child versus Ain't My Bitch. Ain't My Bitch, I used to think it was an alright song. I thought it was kind of funny and stuff, and I still think it's funny because the way James sings, he's like, Ain't My Bitch. It's pretty funny, but I actually kind of like this song a lot now. It's grown on me. I went from liking it to actually think it's a good song. But Heretic, the Lost Child is so epic. Like, right off the bat, you know this isn't the W.A.S.P that was on this was a brand new W.A.S.P right here. There was no sleaze, no partying here. Straightforward metal. And don't get me wrong, I love the early W.A.S.P stuff. That's my favorite W.A.S.P, but I'm just saying this is just them changing for more of a serious subject matter. And Heretic, the Lost Child, so epic and awesome. I love the riff in it as well. Very fast-paced song. Love the changes stuff. Although it does sound a little bit like Moonchild from Maiden. I gotta give it that. It kind of sounds like Moonchild. But still, I love the hell out of this song. It's a great song, and I'm giving it to W.A.S.P. Alright, W.A.S.P up 1-0. Track 2. The Real Me versus 2x4. 2x4, not a bad song. Kind of Sabbathy a little bit with the riff. It's an okay song, but still, I don't really like it that much. It's alright. Versus The Real Me. The first single and the cover of the Who song. I have never heard the original Who song because I have never heard the Who, to be honest. Yeah. I'm sorry for that. I have to check them out one day. But the cover here, and they do. I love this song though. The Real Me. I love the bass work from Johnny Rod at the beginning. And hey, you can finally hear Johnny Rod on this album because the production on Inside Electric Circus had so much reverb and stuff you couldn't hear his bass at all. Hell, there was so much reverb on Electric Circus that you could barely hear the drums on some tracks. Here, the drums are thunderous and loud, and so is the bass. And I just love the rhythm section that Benally and Johnny Rod had. Very tight and fast, and I love it. And The Real Me, a great song, great music video, and I'm giving it to W.A.S.P. It's 2-0. Track 3. The title track, the Headless Children versus the House That Jack Built. House That Jack Built, I like this one. It's better than 2x4. And sure, You can hear a little bit of Alice in Chains influence in the song, a little bit, but still though, I love Alice in Chains, and Metallica doing Alice in Chains here is actually not that bad. I really like the song. It's really cool. I love the riff, that and when like the drums kick in, like that slow pounding drums. Oh, I love that. Really great. But come on, man, the Headless Children. What can I? Where do I start? Starts off with the cool, creepy, um, choir thing, and the drums and the bass, and then the keyboards from the guy that's from I forget his name, uh, the guy from Uriah Heep. I forget his name, but I love that dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And then when that riff comes in, holy crap. Love the way Blackie sings on here. Um I love the ending when it keeps building up and they keep doing that riff, that dun 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 dun. Once again, a little bit of Maiden influence, but I love I love Maiden and I love W.A.S.P. Great song, giving it to Headless Children again. W.A.S.P. is up 3-0. Now track 4, we got Thunderhead versus the first single on here, Until It Sleeps. All right, Until It Sleeps. I think it's the best song on the album. I love Until It Sleeps. And you might be thinking, what? How? Why do you like this song? Well, I like this song because of its creepy little spooky atmosphere it has, like with the guitar, like I love that. I like the way James sings on here. I like the lyrics, very dark and stuff about James's mother fighting cancer, her fight with cancer that she ended up losing. She ended up losing the battle, unfortunately. Um, but it's a really cool song. I love it. And sure, it's them trying to do Fell on Black Days from Soundgarden, but I love that song from Soundgarden. And hey, I like Soundgarden, okay? I like Soundgarden. Great song. I love Until It Sleeps. Versus Thunderhead. Thunderhead, not a bad song. Actually kind of epic a little bit. Starts off with this nice piano intro, and then gets into this hard rocking song about drug addiction. There's like a little section in the middle, like where you can hear like the drugs talking to the addict, saying, "Would you lie for me? Would you do this for me? Would you die for me?" And obviously the drug addict, like you can tell from his voice, it's Blackie, screaming, "Yes, master, I will," and all that stuff. But it's a good song. Not as good as the first 3 tracks, but still a great song. And I like the hey, hey, hey. And the way Black is, he's like the needles and pins, a dead man you're in. I love that. But I'm actually gonna give it to Load on this one. I like Until It Sleeps more. So Metallica's on the board. It's 3-1. Track 5. Mean Man versus King Nothing. King Nothing, once again, another single with a weird music video of them playing in the snow, but I don't hate that video. But enough of the video. I love King Nothing. I used to think it was my favorite track on the album. It was my favorite for a little while, but now it's Until It Sleeps. But I love the beginning with the bass riff that Jason does, and then it goes into the main riff and stuff. Sure, James's vocals can be a little bit annoying. Like at the end of each line, he just goes, "Are you satisfied? Yeah, yeah." He keeps saying "yeah, yeah" over and over again. It kind of gets annoying, but I actually really like King Nothing. It's kind of heavy. It's one of the closest things to metal on this album, and I really like it. Versus Me Man. Me Man is like I think Me Man is the closest song that the closest song with the old Wasp party, bad words and stuff, kind of like that, like, try, like, like the original Wasp, it sounds like. And of course, it's about Chris Holmes, and was released as a single, but with no music video, surprisingly. Uh, I love Me Man. I love the chorus, like, I'm a mean motherfucking man. I love that. And Chewbacca and the Rye. Can't get over that line. It's pretty funny, but I love the way Blackie sings that. Blackie sounds so great on this album. And uh it's a great song. I love the solo that Chris does in here. But I don't know though who to give it to. I don't know. I love them both. You know what? I haven't done this in a while, and for any of you new people that are watching, since I don't really carry any, coins on me or anything, I don't have like a coin to flip. So what I do is I put my finger in the middle here, and I close my eyes for a few seconds, and I have my finger wave back and forth. And when I open my eyes, I'll see which album I'm pointing to. The album I'm pointing to, that track will win. So, all right. Me Man versus King Nothing. All right, I'm gonna close my eyes for a few seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, giving it to load then. King Nothing. So 3-2 now. Metallica's making a comeback. Track 6. The Neutron Bomber versus Hero of the Day. Hero of the Day. Oh boy. I know you guys are going to give me some shit for this, I know. I actually like Hero of the Day. Yep, I can already hear the boos. I can already hear people yelling boo, and people just writing down hateful comments and disliking the video. I know. I'm sorry, but I can't help it when I like a song, okay? Now, trust me. I've always, it's not always been like that. I used to think Hero of the Day, I didn't think Hero of the Day sucked, but I used to think it was a filler track and it didn't really do anything. But for some reason now, it's grown on me and I like it for some reason. I think I just like the way the guitar sounds. Is like the production on that song, it just sounds very warm. And I know it's Metallica doing like soft rock, alternative rock, but I really like it. But I think it's pretty ironic, though, how James sings, "Can you hear your babies crying?" Even though he sings "Creeping Death" about the death of firstborn sons in Egypt and stuff. So, but I actually like Hero of the Day. I'm not gonna say I love it. Loving it is a stretch, but I like it. Versus Neutron Bomber. Neutron Bomber, song about Ronald Reagan. You could tell from the beginning. The beginning is basically the drum part that is basically them doing Love Gun from Kiss. That complete rip off of Kiss at the beginning, Love Gun. But instead of going like Kiss does, they go, the W.A.S.P goes and it's actually a really cool song. The keyboards, I wish they could be a little bit more higher in the mix or in the verses. But I really like the bass work that Johnny Rod plays on here. It's like very fast and stuff. It's like even during the verses, and I really like this one as well. And I think I actually, oh boy, I actually kind of like both of these songs equally as well, like King Nothing and Me Man. Yep, let's do that again. Let's put my finger in the middle here and have it go back and forth. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, giving it to W.A.S.P. All right, Neutron Bomber wins that one. 4-2. Oh boy, we're gonna be here forever, aren't we? All right, track 7, Mephisto Waltz versus Bleeding Me. Bleeding Me, once again, Metallica trying to do Alice in Chains. Sounds like something that could be off Jar of Flies. But I really like Bleeding Me. But I do have one complaint about it, though. I think it goes on for a little bit too long. Because during around 4.5 minutes after Jenkins goes, "Oh, the bleeding of May," like it's like, it sounds like the song ends, but Kurt comes back in with that new riff that riff. I think if they shortened it at that part 4.5 minutes, it would have been fine. I'm not saying the song is too long, but I think it would have been better if they just cut it down to that 4.5 minutes. Versus Mephisto Waltz, which is basically a little instrumental before Forever Free, and it's a really nice sounding acoustic instrumental with Blackie and Chris Holmes. I really like it, but I think I might give it to Metallica on this one. Bleeding Me wins that one. So now it's 4-3. We're halfway through this. Track 8. Cure versus Forever Free. Cure, this song has not grown on me. Cure is complete filler. To be honest, I can't really remember anything from it. I can't remember like the chorus or anything. I can't remember anything at all from it. It shows you how forgettable it is. Forgettable filler. Cure, don't like it. Versus Forever Free, the power ballad in the second single. I actually really like Forever Free. Not as good as like Sleeping in the Fire or The Idol or Cries in the Night, but I love this band. W.A.S.P, I'm telling you, W.A.S.P is the greatest metal band to do ballads. I'm telling you, Blackie has such an amazing voice when it comes to ballads, and the way they just structure them is just so emotional and it moves you, these ballads. This one's not one of those. It's more of them trying to do like a hair metal ballad. But other ones like The Idol, Cries in the Night, Sleeping in the Fire, what's it called? That other one, Hollowed Ground. Great songs that move you. Forever Free, I love Forever Free actually. Really great song. And obviously I'm taking that over The Cure. So W.A.S.P is in the lead now, 5-3. Track 9, Maneater versus Poor Twisted Me. Poor Twisted Me, this one's filler as well. Hasn't grown on me, don't like it. To be honest, the only thing I can remember is just James horribly singing, Poor Twisted Me. I don't like that song. Forgettable, filler, don't like it. Versus Maneater. Oh man, I love Maneater. Might be my favorite track on the album. But actually, no, it's tied as my favorite track on the Headless Children with Heretic and the title track. Oh man, I love Maneater. It's fast, it's heavy. I love the chorus, that Maneater. And Blackie screaming, Born Free I Ride and stuff. Oh man, I love it. And I love the solo that Chris does on here. I love the solo. And the drums are so thunderous. I love it. Definitely giving it to W.A.S.P. 6-3. W.A.S.P is running away with this one. Wasting My Hate versus Rebel in the FDG. Wait, what does FDG stand for? I know it's fucking Decadent Generation, or is it Degenerate Generation? I think it's Decadent. Versus Wasting My Hate. Wasting My Hate, not a bad song actually. I used to think it was not that good. I used to think it was forgettable, but listening to it again, I actually kind of like it. I noticed though there's no guitar solo in the song, and I did some research on it. Did you know that Wasting My Hate? After doing my research, Wasting My Hate is the only Metallica song out that doesn't have a guitar solo that's outside of Saint Anger, which is pretty interesting. But still not as good as Until It Sleeps or Ain't My Bitch. Sorry, Ain't My Bitch, but still a good song, okay song. Versus Rebel in the FTG. It's a good way to good way to end the album. It's not as good as a song. It's not good as Maneater, but it's hard. It's hard rocking and it's pretty good. But I have noticed Rebel in the FTG, the way the song structure is and stuff, and the melody, it's basically Wild Child just sped up a little bit. That's what it is. It's just basically Wild Child and sped up. But still, I like Rebel in the FTG, and I kind of like them both equally. So once again, doing my finger. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess we're giving it to Wasting My Hate then. All right, 6-4. Now we continue this album while we go to the bonus track. So, first bonus track on here is Locomotive Breath versus Mama Said. Oh boy. Mama Said, them being Metallica going country. I know it's about James and his mother again, but like, why? Why, James? Why did you have to go country? Yeah. And the song sucks. The music video sucks. I can't stand country. Just so you know, I hate country. I can't stand it, and I can't stand this song. And the video sucks as well. James in the back of the car with the cowboy hat on and stuff like James, you're from California. You're from isn't Metallica from San Francisco or LA? I forget. Well, they were originally in LA and then they went to San Francisco, but you're still in California. You're not from Texas, James, or like any of the southern states. But yeah, Mama Said sucks versus Locomotive Breath. Locomotive Breath, not a bad B-side. I could definitely see why it didn't make the album. It doesn't seem that finished. There's like no chorus to it, but I love the riff in it. The riff in it's really good, and I'm gonna give it to Locomotive Breath just because of that riff. But just so you know, if it wasn't going against Mama Said, like let's just say if Locomotive Breath went up against went up against Bleeding Me or 2x4, it would have got Metallica would have won. But since it's Mama Said, that's why W.A.S.P wins it. Okay, so let me think now. 6-4. Now it's 7-4. All right. So here we go. Track 12, For Whom the Bell Tolls versus Storm Within. Storm Within. Another song that has grown on me. I used to think it was a forgettable filler. And now after listening to it again this past week, I really like the riff in it. Like, you know, that down and I love that riff. Sure, like the chorus isn't that good and stuff, but I just love the riff of it. It's really good and not a bad song. Versus For Whom the Bell Tolls, not the Metallica For Whom the Bell Tolls, W.A.S.P doing their own. And all you W.A.S.P nerds out there, For Whom the Bell Tolls is basically become Boy Meets the Gypsy or the Gypsy Meets the Boy. I forget how you pronounce it. Which will eventually go on in Crimson Idol, the next album. This one's more heavier, more metalish, while the other one was more acoustic. And I really like For Whom the Bell Tolls. And I think I might go with W.A.S.P on this one. Yep. W.A.S.P is up now 8-4. Oh boy, Metallica already lost this. Two more tracks left, guys. Okay, we got Lake of Fools versus Ronnie. Ronnie, this song sucks, and unfortunately, it doesn't. It's a song I can actually remember with that repetitive riff over and over again. That dan 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 gets on my nerves, and James is singing as well, like "Lost My Way." I don't like Ronnie. Ronnie sucks. Versus Lake of Fools. Lake of Fools, really dark song. Very atmospheric, kind of like a ballad a little bit, but it does get epic and heavy at the end. And I think I might give it to W.A.S.P again. Oh boy, W.A.S.P is running away with this one. 9-4. Now, the last track. The Outlaw Torn versus War Cry. The Outlaw Torn, I love The Outlaw Torn. Great song. I know it's 9 minutes long, but the song is epic. I love the riff in it. I like the way James sings on here, especially during the chorus and stuff. I love it. I love the jam section that the jam yeah, the jam section that they do in the song. Really great. Versus War Cry. War Cry, the last studio B-side on here. Yeah, out of all the B-sides, it's the most forgettable one. I can see why I didn't make the album because it's not that memorable. Actually, I don't really remember anything from it, so Metallica gets that one. But anyways, guys, that's it for this track by track video. W.A.S.P got 9 and Metallica got 5. I knew Headless Children was gonna win. I knew it was gonna win because because I love this album way more than Load. I knew Load was gonna get a few points. And actually I'm surprised it got 5. I thought it was gonna get like 2 or 3. So hey, it did better than I thought. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for 92 subs. Let's keep it going to 100 subs. And actually, in fact, guys, I was thinking, once I reach 100 subs, I was thinking of doing a Q&A. It seems like a lot of metal YouTubers are doing that nowadays when they reach a new subscriber milestone. They usually do a Q&A. So when I reach 100 subs, guys, I'm gonna have you guys ask me questions, and I'll make a video, a Q&A. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you're new here, subscribe for more videos like this, more track by track videos. And as always, thank you for watching. Peace.